Hey guys, it's Havenfire here, and today I will be doing a map analysis of the Skeld and what kill locations are good and what kill locations aren't as good. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. So this playstyle, this is an in general guide for a particular kind of playstyle, which is what I call fundamental play. So i- there's no vision kills, there's no shenanigans with fence, um, or doubling back, etc. These are just clean kill locations where you then find an alibi. And the first thing to keep in mind is that we're going to split the game into three sections: the early game, the mid game, and the late game. And that's important. And I'll cover in general stuff at the end. So the early game has a couple of important things, which is you'll notice that there is a lot of two-part tasks. So I'm going to circle a few of them here, but I'm sure you guys know which ones I'm talking about. It's the wires, it's the downloads, it's the trash chutes, um, that kind of stuff. So if you'll notice, after I fill up a lot of this, a lot of the right side are these two-part tasks. Not as much the left side, but mostly the right side are these two-part tasks. So at the beginning of the game, a lot of people go to the right because when they open their map, they see a lot of stuff on the right, and they can optimize their task order by doing the first part first and then going to the second parts later. So you'll notice that the right side of the map during the early game will be very busy. So these are going to be bad kill spots in the beginning of the game because they're going to be highly trafficked, um, and there's going to be people who walk in on these areas, and everyone will be able to see each other and have alibis. So that's not good. But as the game progresses, these locations will become better and better locations in general, um, and the kills near the edge become especially better. There's certain things I'll cover in more detail later, like wires, and these things like the storage gas can and the medbay vials. You need to go back to the same location. So it's not exact, but in general, if you can catch somebody like in navigation during early game, during late game, that's a very good kill. Or if you catch someone on top of weapons, that's a very good kill. So during mid game, after everyone's split up a bit, all of the one-off tasks happen. That'd be the reactor tasks, the 1 through 10. That'd be medbay scanner. That would be these two align engines. It'd be some of the later parts of gas. It would be all of the divert powers that I won't draw. But all of those tasks will be done during the mid game. So what's important to note here is that everyone spreads out during this part of the game. The people who went left at the beginning probably still have tasks on the left and still have tasks on the right. People who went right probably have tasks on the left. There's no way to be sure exactly where everybody is on the map, especially if some people went to electrical first. The entire map now becomes like available for them to go. So both sides of the map are very saturated, so you need to try and find a creative kill. It'll be very hard to find a completely hidden kill that won't be found pretty soon, or you can be sure won't be found pretty soon. So that becomes pretty dangerous. And then we're going to move on to the late game. So people at the late game who only have a couple of tasks left probably have some weird things. Probably wires, probably gas, um, probably Simon Says, honestly. And during this part of the game, people will be going on security cameras and they'll be going onto admin table. So admin table is a very central location, becomes kind of dangerous. Security cameras is kind of off to the side of the map, usually a good kill. Um, but all of these spots on the right side of the map are still very good kills. These areas on the left side, it's a little bit more trafficked, but either way, still decent kills. And now we're going to move on to a couple of in general things. So in general, kills on the edge are better. That's probably very obvious to a lot of you guys, but kills in reactor are better than kills in admin, and kills in navigation are better than kills in cafeteria. The more trafficked a location is, the more likely it is to be found. If you look at cafeteria and storage, these have entrances from three sides of the map, while like navigation has one and reactor has one. So you'll obviously tell that these are going to be more trafficked. And admin is always going to be very busy. Always, always. killing an admin is extraordinarily risky because every 10 seconds somebody waltzes in to finish an upload or to do a admin table quick scan to make sure that they know where everybody is and they have information. So admin, always very risky. The more central your kills are, the more risky it becomes. So in general, as well, we're going to talk about killing in hallways versus rooms. So it depends during the stage of the game. For example, in the beginning of the game, you want to kill where you can hide bodies. That'd be in the ends of navigation, reactor, upper engine, stuff like that. But during the late game, where you're trying to hide kills, you want to hide kills in hallways where they can't be seen on admin table. The reason why kills in rooms are better when there's a lot of people is because all the hallways are highly trafficked and the rooms aren't. And in admin table, there's so much information that you can't actually discern or keep all of those bodies in mind, all those blips in mind. During the late game, there's not a lot of people trafficking these hallways. If you find a kill in one of these, the only way it's going to be found is if somebody locates it through admin table. And if it's in the hallway, they can't do that. Finally, not finally, but killing people who are in security, generally good. Killing people who have admin information, generally good as well. Because the more information the person has, the more likely you are to be caught, so you want to kill them. So kill in security. If you know someone has admin information, try and find a kill on somebody with admin information. And now we're going to talk about something a little bit more complex. We're going to talk about wires. And this is how you can actually catch people napping on really good kill spots. So wires, the order goes electrical, storage, outside of admin, navigation, cafeteria, security. And that's in kind of a counterclockwise shape. And in general, you want to go and intercept people when they're in a untrafficked location. Like, for example, the top of cafeteria here, I'm going to circle this in yellow. The top of cafeteria here is a very untrafficked location. The odds of this appearing in the wire sequence is 50%, and it's always going to show up as the second or third wire in the sequence. This makes this a pretty good kill spot because this is the only kill in this, only task in this area. Therefore, lots of people won't be rushing up here. This will be a very, very low traffic location. The fewer the tasks are in an area, the better kind of a kill it is. So this kill in cafeteria is very good. In general as well, if you notice somebody during the mid or late game doing their first set of wires in electrical, that means that their next set of wires are probably going to be on this right side of the map. So you don't actually have to follow them to the right side of the map or anything, but you know that if you check admin table and there's somebody on the right side, they're probably doing wires and they're probably alone, which makes them a very good kill because everyone is probably done with their right side of the map tasks at this point. And then wires, of course, ends in security, which makes it, this particular wire, a late game task, and you'll notice that that fills in the left side even more. So we're going to move on to talk about doors, which are all on the left side of the map. I'm not going to draw them in. You probably all know where they are. Doors are very good at splitting people from the left and the right side of the map. And that should be pretty obvious. Where if you get a kill on the right side, you can clog up the left side. If you get a kill on the left side, you can clog up the middle and left side, and you basically get a free kill. So if you kill in lower engine, you buy yourself plenty of time if you close upper engine and storage and then lower engine. So if you're on the left side of the map, the kills are slightly better than, it's better in the early game, but it's slightly better than just like a kill in shields, which is like its mirror on the other side, because you have doors advantage. And we're going to talk about vents as well, where if you're venting from different locations, having a vent as an option is always good, because if you vent out, you need to talk a lot about where everyone's location is. You might not get there. It gets very, very difficult to track somebody after a vent kill. The earlier you do a vent kill, the better it is, because everyone's going to be trying to figure out where everyone is. There's going to be too much information, it becomes a good kill. But later in the game, after everyone like figures out where everybody's locations are, and there's like maybe there's like 5 people and 4 of them manage to not be in the vent, then you're pretty caught. Vents become more dangerous there. But in general, kills with a vent is always better because there's always an out. So I'm not going to go super in depth to the vents, but they're just good in general. And really quick, I'm also going to circle a couple of spots that I find are just primo kill locations. And that's just through experience, and I'm sure you guys can figure out why these are going to be good kills. So medbay, good kill location. Back of electrical, good kill location. Top of cafeteria, good kill location. Top of security, good kill location. And these are pretty standard good kill locations throughout the entire game. And navigation mid-game. I won't circle navigation with yellow here, but and you'll notice that all three of these are connected to the same vent. And that's because it gives you a lot of options and a lot of flexibility here. So thank you guys so much for watching my Skeld map analysis. I'm sure there's a couple things I didn't cover, but I thought this was fairly thorough. Once again, make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace.